Love how it says this meeting is being recorded. Okay, hello everybody who's just logging in now. I'm going to quickly allow my sister to be host so she can let anybody else come in that needs to come in and I'm not distracted. There we go. Now it's all being recorded at the same time. Okay, what a weird day, you guys. And I just realized as we started that I'm still in my pajamas because I forgot to change into my work clothes. They're right there. So sorry about that, but here we are. And man, has it been an interesting day. A lot of spirit activity going on today. So first I want to introduce you to my niece. You can't see her, but she's here, Caitlin. And this is, I think, the first time she's joined us on Zoom. And I asked her to come on to be my guest today because I got to tell you guys what happened this morning as I was getting ready for just cleaning my house and stuff because I have people coming over for readings after we're done our live. So I was just doing my vacuuming. And when I turned the vacuum off, all of a sudden there was this huge noise that sounded like still the vacuum, like really loud, like that, like. Rrr. So I go running all over the house trying to figure out where it's coming from. And it's really loud in the garage. And in my garage, there's this big white canister thing on the wall of the garage that is for the central vacuum. You know those vacuums that are built right in? Well, somehow the dang thing, because I don't even use that. I wasn't using that to vacuum. I was using my Dyson. I have a Dyson. I don't use that. And it turned itself completely on. So I go to the vacuum thing and I'm looking at it and the on and off switch says it's off. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't know how to turn this thing off. Nobody's here that would have turned it on. I have to call my landlord and I'm like, oh my gosh, Jose, I don't know what's going on. The poor guy thinks I'm nuts, I swear to you. And so he's like, well, can you unplug it? So I found the plug and I unplugged it and finally turned the darn thing off. And I'm sitting here scratching my head going, okay, well, I know I'm live today and I know I have readings today. So somebody's definitely saying hello to me. And then I'm like, okay, whatever. I go back to what I'm trying to do, right? It's everyday stuff in my world, although they've never turned on the central vacuum before. But anyway, so I lift up the vacuum to start vacuuming again, and the phone rings, my home phone. So I answer it, and it's Caitlin. And she's like, how are you? And I'm like, haunted. And I go into the big story about what just happened. And I'm like, how are you? And she starts to cry, and she said, I'm not good at all. My friend just died. And I just found out. And now the interesting part of this story, you guys, is that I was vacuuming and I had turned the vacuum off so I could unplug it from where it was and transfer it to another section of the house and do that part of the house. And if that central vac had not turned itself on, and had I not been running all over the place trying to figure out how to like turn it off and whatnot, I would have been vacuuming when she called and I would not have answered the phone. So when I tell you guys all the time that the dead will synchronize timing of things and that their coincidence does not mean fluke, random, or chance. It means cooperative incidences. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. He made that thing go off in exactly the right amount of time so that I would hear the phone when it went off, so that he could let his friend know that he's okay. And this is going to be posted in a week or two because I'm posting the videos late so I can keep posting them after when I'm in Ontario on my vacation. So I think his family is going to be able to hear that too, that he is okay. He died a very brutal death. I'll just say that. And so I just wanted to share that story with you guys before we get started because that's exactly how they work. They will utilize synchronicity and coordinate timing of things to make sure that you get the message that you need to get when you need to get it. So thanks for being here, Caitlin. And
thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. And you can just confirm that that's true, right?
Yes, very much.
And so just quick question, because people ask me all the time, and I know they're going to love this. Is that, do these kinds of things happen around me often?
All the time. I don't think it would be normal if it didn't.
You remember breastfeeding in my old house?
Yes.
In my bedroom? I tell people
Yes.
this story and they don't believe me.
Yeah.
I'll give them a quick synopsis. Is when you were breastfeeding your oldest, this was a number of years ago, in my bedroom. You come flying out of my bedroom and you're booking cabs and stuff. You're like, I'm out, I'm gone. And I'm like, what is your problem? You said you were alone in the room and there was this huge gust of wind that came out of nowhere and
Yeah.
just whoosh,
Yeah.
scared the piss out of you and you were gone.
Yeah.
See, that's
That
my
was
everyday.
one of the first few beginning experiences.
Yeah. Well, I think you're gonna have to start paying attention to things going around you, hon, because your friend is very strong on that side, wanting you to know that he's okay, and not just that he's okay, but he's working hard on that side to bring justice to you guys
Yeah.
here. If he can turn on a central vacuum that's not even on, come on now, he can do a lot of things. And then I saw something after we got off the phone, and that was that this was the only way he could think of to save his daughter because
Yeah.
he needs to save her and he couldn't do that in the physical body. He's
Yeah.
not in a good situation right now. So by him being outside of the body, he's able to utilize synchronicity and cooperative incidents to be able to bring her, um, to be able to guide her to a safe place. And so I know that's what's going on right now. I need you to know that. And it's interesting. I pulled his card right before we went live here. Where is it now? I don't know. It's in here. I shuffled it again. I pulled one card right after we got off the phone and I said, all right, Chris, if you had one message for Caitlin, what would it be? And the card that came up was the star card, which is really interesting because the star card follows the tower card. And if you understand the tarot, the tower card is the bam, that's the one that we don't like, right? That's like lightning hitting the tower. That's where something big happens. It's a boom in your life.
Yeah.
And the star card follows that because it's kind of like the release after the boom. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So he's wanting you to know that he's okay on that side. He's got release on that side. And that he's also the star card is about wishes coming true. And I think it's his way of, like I said, of making sure that he protects his daughter because that's his real wish. He kept telling me that his life changed after her. He started trying to implement changes because of his daughter.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
All right, sit back and enjoy, sweetie. This is the first time you get to be here live, so I'm so
Yeah,
honored.
it's awesome. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Whoo, Wendy, I'm going to start with you because I think it's been a while since I read for you. So
Okay.
I'm going to start with you. How are you doing, hun?
I'm doing good.
That's
Good.
good. Okay, are you ready to do this? I keep hearing mom, 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 mom real loud in my head, so I think she's here. Are you ready to go?
I am.
All right, so if I can get you to put both feet flat on the floor for me. Then I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, so right away I have a few people stepping forward. I know this is your mom. See, if I've read for you a few times before, sometimes I can just go right to them. I know who it is. The mother figure stepping forward, but she has the two people that are underneath of her. Do you have two brothers on the other side, sweetie?
Yes.
Okay, they're both with her. One passed like heart attack or breathing or something because he's taking me to the chest and cutting off my breath.
Quite possible, yes.
Pardon me?
We're not sure how Jack died. It was sudden though.
I think it's his heart or something because that's why he's validating that. He's like taking it to the one deep breath and then I'm on that side kind of feeling. I heard, yep. Okay, so I'm seeing Stampede stuff and it is Stampede in Calgary right now, but are you going or did you just go?
No.
Why are they showing me Stampede stuff?
I have no idea. We just had her funeral on the weekend.
Oh, that's why your mom's like, mom, 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 mom. But did people go to the Stampede after her birth or after her memorial? Someone
No,
did.
it was in Cranbrook. My mom's was in Cranbrook and my brother's was in Victoria.
You had
They were
both of
Dairy
them
Park.
recently?
Yes, my mom's was on Saturday and Jack's was on Sunday.
Did you like fly to both places? How do you get to both places so quickly?
We weren't able to make it to Jack's. We
I
could only do my mom's.
Okay, so hold on. I'm still seeing like cowboy boots and plaid and horses, and I know I've lived in Calgary long enough to know this is Stampede. Hold on. I know exactly why they're showing you that now, sweetie, because your mom said, I know what she's a little bit bossy, I just have to say. Right to the point, right? Like when I'm like, are you sure this doesn't make sense? She goes, I know what I'm saying. Don't argue with me. And then I feel like then I'm seeing the encouragement symbol, like go, 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 go. Once you explain that you'd been to both of those, or not both, but you had both of them, that's why she's showing me Stampede. She's like, get out of the house, go do fun stuff, no more crying. We've had so much tears. It's like it almost feels like you lost them all over again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why she's going. Did you hear that? And it's interesting that you're here on the same day that Caitlin was here and that I just told that story. Did you hear that story I was telling?
Yes, but the vacuum, yeah.
Yes, because I feel like your brother is showing me something, a similarity. Yeah, had he never been to a Stampede?
I don't think so. He grew up in Victoria.
That's what I thought, because it's your brother that's saying this, because he's like, come on, I can finally go. I'll go with you. And they're showing me that there's going to be some situations going on in your world coming up. Like I think if you haven't already experienced, but I think you have, I'm seeing dimes and stuff or toonies and loonies like that you've either found on the ground or something about those. Why am I hearing a phone ring? Did a phone ring and then stop ringing? I don't know what this is. I'm seeing them try to utilize and turn things on the kind of the same way that they do at my house. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's something about a cell phone or a phone call. I don't know what this is. They're just showing me things going on and off. They're showing me the vacuum thing going on today. So that says that there's things going on around you that are not just flukes. They're not accidents. They're not coincidence in the way that we used to think of coincidence. They are cooperative incidences. It is your family trying to talk to you.
Okay.
They're still showing me Stampede. Did you get an invitation to go or something like that? Have you been thinking about it? Anything like that? Because trust me, I didn't even know the Stampede was on until like a couple of days ago.
No, we don't usually go.
You need to. You need to go. You need to get out of the house, and not because you need to spend any money or it's nothing like that. It's about getting out of the house and being in a happy environment, being in an environment where you can breathe again. Do you know what I mean?
This past weekend was a closure. We all got together and
see, she's like, every time you say that, they show me the symbols that something happened that was unnatural. Now you got to understand that I'm not in your life, so I can't exactly pick out what that was. I just know that they've coordinated some events to happen in a way that they want you to feel their presence.
well, it was kind of weird because we ordered them a new headstone.
Yeah.
And the old headstone was supposed to be removed and the new headstone put in for the service. But there was some kind of mix up, and in the end, we all got together and we removed my dad's headstone and put my mom's headstone in ourselves. About the only weird thing that happened.
You know, it's interesting as you tell that story, I can feel the energy around it. Kind of like if you hold a dinner plate up, I can smell the food, the energy, the smell of it. Do you know what I mean? As you're talking about it, I can feel the energy around it. And I can feel the gratitude from your parents that everybody did this together, that we all did this together.
A few of us, yeah.
Do you know what she just said? Your brother just said that's better than before, though, because I seen your family a little bit splintered. Now, whether that's because there's emotional distance or if it's just physical distance, not all of your family has come together like that before, right? And maybe it wasn't every single member, but more members came together for that than has in a very long time. Do you understand that?
Yes.
That is the point. Because while every single one of you were putting that up and honoring your parents in that way, your parents were right with you. And they were, so the whole time that you're talking about them, thinking about them, that brings them right here beside you. If you're talking or thinking about somebody who's passed on, that means that they're with you at that exact moment. And that's why your brother is showing me distance or space, saying that he knows that you were thinking of him on Sunday as well. So this down. Was his a little bit smaller than your mom's? They
Yes.
showed one was quite bigger and then one was a little bit smaller, and he said, and I wanted it that way anyway.
They were both small, but my brother's was at his house
There
with
you go.
his family.
So he feels satiated by that. You understand that?
Yeah.
And again, they're saying, get out of the house, girl. If this is, that's why I can feel the closure on it. But now it's time to look in a new direction and to move forward and to make choices and decisions that will bring happiness, joy, freedom, faith, all of that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's why they're showing get out and go to the Stampede. And not just that, but I feel like if you play the games or something, you're going to win some kind of prize, or they're going to show up for you in some way like that. And they need you to know that that's them.
Okay.
They just put the white blanket around your husband's shoulders. That's my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. Slow this down. I feel like things are easing off now. I don't know if this took the pressure off of your husband or what that means, but they're making me feel like the pressure is off of your husband's shoulders recently. You know what they're talking about?
It actually might be my brother-in-law. My
Okay.
brother-in-law there was something wrong with him, and we're not 100% sure what. He hasn't been able to work, but he seems to be better. But
Seems to be getting better. That would make sense. If he's getting worse, that's not what they're talking about. But if he's getting better, then that could mean exactly what they're talking about. Because they're showing me the person to your side, which I just assumed was your husband, but it could absolutely be a brother as well. They're talking about the pressure is easing off now. But they also just handed him some money. So I think he's waiting for some money or something, or some back pay unemployment or something like that. Because they just said, tell him to ask us for help. We will clear the way, and that money will be in no time.
okay.
Your mom kissed your cheek and said thank you very much, and she's bringing your dad forward, and she wants you to know that they have reunited on that side. There was some time between your mom and dad's passing, correct? I feel like
Yes.
he passed some time ago, because she showed me that heart going around the two of them again, which is healing and togetherness. And they're buried together, correct?
They are now.
That's why she's showing me that they are absolutely together on that side. And your dad is playing The Sunshine of My Life. I can't remember who sings it. I used to know it. Steve Wonder, I think. I don't remember. The Sunshine of My Life. He's playing that song in my head, showing me that they're back together again. Did you get a rose, or what is this that you got engraved on her tombstone? It's not just words. There's a picture engraved on there as well. There's a symbol or something that's engraved on there.
On one side, we have poppies because my dad's a war veteran.
That's why.
And on the other, we have a cat with a butterfly.
Oh, and that edition right there, that's the new edition. When you said that, you put that on for mom, right?
Yeah, we got it redone so that we could have both of their names on it.
That's what I'm seeing, the new addition, and your mom is thanking you for that because she loves it. And then it's interesting when you said a cat with butterfly wings. I feel like, remember when I said they have synchronicity and cooperative incidents? They'll rearrange things so that you will notice that butterfly. Have you not been noticing them? Watch around you. You'll see them all over the place. You've
I
chosen
haven't,
a symbol.
I haven't, but my sister has. And
Huh.
there were butterflies at the funeral.
See? Remember I said there was stuff happening at the funeral or at the places that happened unnaturally, or not unnaturally, but synchronistically?
Yeah.
There you go. So they are absolutely okay on that side. And it's interesting, I do want to note again that they linked you on here today. You could have come on any day, but I think you came on today because you needed to hear that story in the beginning of how they work, on how they get their messages through. It might not be always that in your face like it is for me, unfortunately. Count your lucky stars. It's not always in your face like that. Um, but pay attention because they're absolutely talking to you all the time. Who's got the birthday in August? Because they're pulling their energy back, but they handed you the rose, so it could be anniversary or something. But the rose is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or something that happens once a year. And I feel like I'm going to the end of August or the middle of August or something.
There's quite a few. My sister Lynn and my brother Chris have birthdays in August. My nephews.
So your mom is wishing them a happy birthday, I think. And very much encouraging you to get out of the house. Make a plan, get out. If you don't go to the Stampede, go to somewhere like that. But they're showing me a bunch of Stampede stuff and saying that they want to help you win something, or there's something really cool is going to happen. So even if you just go walk around the grounds and have a hot dog, I would go if I were you.
Okay.
I hope that was helpful.
It was.
All right. Wait, before you actually go, your mom just handed you a book. Have you been doing a lot of reading recently?
No.
Why is she handing you a book? It feels like that's my peaceful place. Do you like to read?
I do, but I don't get a chance to that much anymore.
Funny. Your mom knows what.
There's a photo album that I have that I think they keep sending me messages through.
That's a book. When you say that, I feel like it's a different thing. I feel the validation around that. You're absolutely right. What I hear from that when you say that is put them up, put them up, put them up, put them up. I don't know if you've been validating putting some of those pictures on the wall or displaying them in some way, but that's the message I'm getting from her about that. But I think what she's showing me why, as she started to pull her energy back, she gave you the book because what she's saying is, listen, you need to make choices and decisions around making yourself feel good. And if reading makes you happy, if clearing an entire day off your schedule so you can curl up with a good book and a nice cold drink or something, do that because you need to look after yourself first so that you can feel better, right? You've been in this trauma and this pain for a long time. You had a number of people die on you all in a quick amount of time. And she's talking about you need to do the activities and make time. So when you say I don't have time for reading, make time because you're feeling really bogged down a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
They love you so much, sweetie. Okay. And your mom says wear purple as she's pulling her energy back. I don't know if that was one of her favorite colors or if you look really great in purple, but she just put purple on you.
My favorite color.
Oh, see, that's why. She's still with you. So look for a deal on purple stuff because she knows that's your favorite color.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, Wanda, I'm coming to you, my friend. I'm coming to you. Hello. Hi. Oh, here we are. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
That's good. You feel good today. You feel strong. Your energy feels very strong.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's been a good couple weeks, except for, death still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this because your mom, your sister, your daughter, like they're all here. So let's do this.
Oh my
Are you
gosh.
ready? I feel like I got
Okay.
the Charlie's Angels. That's what I heard. Like the three of them.
Ah,
So they're
yeah.
already starting here, Wanda. We don't even have to do that connection exercise. They're like, skip it. You already got us. They're coming forward like Charlie's Angels because, and I think they're trying to let you, I think they wanted you to see that situation that happened to me this morning so that you can understand that everything you're asking them to do, all of this help that you've been asking them for, they can help you in very physical ways sometimes. And I feel like that's why your energy is getting stronger and stronger and stronger because you're seeing it all around you. When you say, I need this, boom, there it is. Are you
Yeah.
starting to notice that?
Yes. And the people around me too.
Yeah, that's the important thing. Because, you know, I got told in a vision recently that I'm not a medium, I'm a connector. That my job is to help connect people back to their loved ones. And when they connect to their loved ones, they connect to God because their loved ones are with God. And so I've been connecting. And that's what they're making me feel like you're doing a little bit right now is you're helping people not only connect with people on the other side by seeing their presence in the everyday, but then when they connect with those people on the other side, they have to admit that maybe God's real, right?
Yes.
Maybe our creator is actually real and that he's not just some man in the sky that we've been taught that he is. Maybe it's about a little bit more than that.
Yes. So true, Tracy. Yeah.
Your daughter is driving my nose crazy.
Oh, gee.
Ah, she always does that to me. Um, she's acknowledging the brother or the person to the side that just had the birthday or it's coming up. I feel like somebody, I don't think it just passed. It could have just passed, but they're showing me either just passed or coming up that they just had the birthday. It's the gentleman to the side. It feels like a brother, or it could be your husband, or it's somebody to the side. It's around the same age. I just don't know if she means to her side or your side. Feels like
Oh,
July. Does
okay.
she have a brother that just passed? Do you have a son that had a birthday in like July, June or July?
No, I have a Christmas baby. He's born in December 25th. And he's the one that really dreams of Robin all the time. And yesterday about that, about your vacuum,
Yes.
he woke up and he said, Mom, I had a dream of Robin. And we went to the stampede. And then all of a sudden, the fan in our living room went on and it was on high. And me and my husband look at each other and said, she's really excited for it
Yes.
because we're planning on going today.
Isn't that funny? Because I kept saying to Wendy, Wendy, I'm seeing Stampede. They're saying, go, 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 go. That's you too. Do you see how they coordinate people all over the place?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. And she's getting really excited about that. And she shows me giant things of cotton candy. She's going for the food because
Mhm.
when you guys eat, she can taste it. She can feel it. It's not exactly the same as for us, but close. She's
Oh my
showing me
God.
that she can eat as much as she wants right now. This is interesting. Did she have a bit of a weight? Like was she a little bit anorexic or a little bit bulimic or something like that, where she was really hyper vigilant about her weight or what she ate?
She was a big girl, but then when
Oh,
yeah,
because what she said to me, because I'm like, what does that mean? Because she said, and now I can eat as much as I freaking want. I can eat all of it. I can eat and eat and eat it, and nothing will happen. So that you get what that means, right? I just assume maybe she had an
yes,
eating disorder here, but no, I guess if she had a weight issue, then she had
yeah,
to be careful what she ate when she was here. She doesn't have to
yeah,
anymore. And I don't think your son does either because she's telling him to eat the popcorn, eat the cotton candy, eat all that stuff. But I
yes,
feel like he's taking, or you guys are taking little kids with you because I'm seeing the kids and I'm seeing the kids ride.
yes. I got my grandson, two of them.
I knew you were taking kids because she's showing me that they're going and that you guys are going to have so much fun. If you know
Yeah,
why she spun the fan, she said, "Do you know what the fan means? Tell
no.
them to go on the like those strawberries, the spinny things. She
Oh
wants to go on the
yeah.
spinny. when he says we're going to the stampede, the fan turns because it spins. That's what they're the rides. You see,
Yes.
he's going on the
Okay.
rides with you guys,
Aw.
and that's what's exciting about July. It
Yeah.
happens once a year. I'm like, what does
Yes.
the rose mean? Like, it's his birthday, anniversary. That's a date to remember, right?
And then it's her birthday too on Thursday.
See, there you go. It's like
Yeah.
going for her birthday.
Yes.
Oh, she's so excited. So
Aw.
excited. Your mom and your sister are there. Well, a lot of them are there as well, but that's funny. The older ladies, they go, we're not going on the ride. You guys have fun with that. We're just going to chill out over here. You go right ahead. They ain't having none of that.
Yeah. Aw.
They love you so much. And they're really proud of you, the way that you have stuck to your guns. Because at first, people started to call you crazy for some of your beliefs. But then, now that they're seeing the fan and stuff like that happening, they're like, okay, you're not crazy. This is really happening. She's really here.
Yeah. Yeah. It really opened my husband's, because he's the one that really went to a residential school. I didn't. I was one of the lucky ones that stayed home and followed tradition and looked after my grandparents till they passed.
Yeah.
So
You know that all of those souls that passed so traumatically, they're free now.
they are free.
When the
They,
truth came out, that freed their souls. They're with God, every
yes,
single one of them. And not
yeah,
only are they with God, they're with you and each and every single one of you and your husband. And that's why they are all working together to allow things like your fan to happen in front of your husband so that he can see proof with his own eyes that there is absolutely more to this world than just the third dimensional, the third physical dimension.
yes,
And you
yeah,
asked for that because that's an answered prayer. You
yes,
asked
I
them to help
did.
show him. So they do. We are
Yeah,
so used to in this world asking and focusing and complaining about what we don't want in our world and what we don't like in our world. And if we take our focus off of what we don't want or what we don't like, so if we use your situation as an example, you, let's say, complained, but I don't mean that in a negative connotation. You had awareness of and complained, in a manner of speaking, about your husband's inability to recognize that which was there that he could not see. And that frustrated you for a long time and it never changed. But the second that you started to pray for him to have clarity, for him to see it, when you started praying and asking for what you wanted, boom, there you go.
yeah. Oh my
That's
gosh,
how it
that's so
works.
true. He's saying the things that I've been praying for.
You
And
know
he just,
why? Because you can't. Here's one of the things that when I did a meditation on the residential school situation, because I wanted to know. I mean, I have a lot of Native people that I talk to, and so I'm trying to understand, right? Help me know what to say. My worst fear is saying the wrong thing and accidentally hurting somebody or something like that, right? So I did a meditation and I asked them to help me know what to say or is there any messages that they have. And one of the things that they made very clear to me was that you ever heard the saying, you can't change what you don't acknowledge? Well, you can't
yeah,
heal what is unacknowledged as well. So your husband has been carrying this pain for years and years, and it had no acknowledgement, no validation. He's been told he's crazy. These survivors have been told it's their fault, they're crazy, no validation whatsoever, and you can't heal that. You can't heal until light gets brought to it, until
yeah,
validation hits. Once the light is there and we receive the validation and the clarity and the truth is revealed, that cracks open all that pain and allows healing to get in. That is
yes,
why they are working overtime right now to bring your husband the healing that he deserves. And I've got goosebumps up and down my entire body because I feel like he will be healed. You are going to see a side of your husband that you haven't seen since the day you got married or even before. He's going to
Yeah.
have a lightness to him. And I even feel like you're seeing him smile more. You're feeling that coming about every single day. I can feel his energy getting lighter and lighter and lighter. This is
Yes.
going to be so much more. He's going to be so functionable that it's not even funny. And his
Oh, that.
pain will be gone.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
He's got
I've
some
been.
pain in the legs or in mobility, correct?
Yeah.
I want you
Yeah.
to do something. I want you to go look up. So I don't know if you have a pen and paper, if you can write this down.
Okay.
And anybody that's listening, I recommend you do the same because the world is about to change, folks. And the old medical system is being wiped out. It's going to be deleted completely because it's poison, basically. Pharmaceuticals are poison.
Yeah.
And the native people way back, they knew this. They knew the herbs and the supplements and all of the different plants that heal us. But that's why do you think they destroyed your culture? Because they didn't want people to know that stuff. They didn't. They
Yeah.
want you to force you to go into the pharmaceuticals and stuff, right? When
Mm-hmm.
a plant or something will do it naturally. I found out when I dated a surgeon many years ago that they can actually lose their medical license if they give you, if you have an issue and it can be healed with a pharmaceutical or a supplement. If the doctor tells you to take the supplement, which is always cheaper and no side effects, they can lose their license.
Oh my gosh. Well, that just, you
So
know,
this is why the old hospitals and everything have to be taken down. Our bodies are frequency. Everything is frequency and vibration, and that's how we heal ourselves too. And there is, so what you can do is there's this guy named Nicholas Benioman. So Nicholas, Nicholas, and Benioman is Beniamin. And he's just this YouTuber guy that gets up there and interviews a whole bunch of people that are changing the world right now. All of the key people that are changing this world right now. And he interviewed a guy. So if you go to his Rumble page, you got to go on Rumble. They've censored. YouTube is just censorship. It's Naziville. So if you go onto his Rumble channel, you can see all the different people that he's interviewed. And the one person that he's interviewed, that if you scroll back like about a week ago, not even that long ago, they are showcasing. There's a guy named John Baxter, Johnbaxter, John Baxter. He, in this interview, he was showcasing all of these healing technologies that have been that are coming up, that are going to replace the pharmaceuticals and all of that crap. He's showcasing how they all work. He even has a med bed on there. He's showing all these
wow.
technologies that change the frequency, and he explains it way better than I ever could. And I highly recommend anybody that's hearing this to take a look at that interview and then go research the products. He gives you the links and the products, and you figure out how to utilize them. And when this switchover happens in the world, there will be medbed centers. There will be healing centers. There will be no more hospitals and brutal like surgeries and stuff like that. We don't need that. We can heal through vibration and things. So go look that up, because the reason why I went into this big explanation of that for you is because whatever is going on with your husband's mobility, I feel like the some of the technologies that he was showcasing on there, like there's this mat that you sleep on, and he'll explain it so much better. But I bet you, because what they're showing me is that that will help him, that he will receive an enormous amount of relief from some of those technologies. All you got to do is utilize them.
Okay.
And when
Yeah.
he's feeling even better, then he's going to believe even more. I'm telling you something, honey. I feel that you and him are huge partners. And I know that you've had a tough time getting him on your page, but the better he feels, the more truth that brings light to the darkness, the more his soul frees, and the less pain he has, the more and more you and him are going to be like this again on the same page. And the desire, the overwhelming desire that you have to help heal everyone else, he's going to match that, if not over, even be more than what you have.
Yeah.
Because there's this
Oh,
saying. You ever
God.
heard that saying
I'm
that hurt?
excited.
You ever hear that saying, hurt people hurt people?
Yes.
Well, there's another saying, healed people heal people. Somebody who's been in pain for a long time and then their pain goes away, all they want to do is help other people who were in the same pain as them.
Yeah.
That's you and your
Oh,
husband.
oh, good. Oh my gosh, that makes me feel wonderful.
Have
Yeah.
so much fun at that stampede. And
Yes.
especially with the kids. And especially if you go on one of those spinny things, I think you won't even have to touch it, and your daughter is just going to spin the crap out of it. She wants to
Okay.
let you know that she's there. She wants you to feel her presence the same way you did in the room that day with that fan.
Yes.
Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
it really does. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. They're pulling their energy. Well, they were kind of pulling their energy back. And then your mom handed you scrambled eggs. What's with that?
Scrambled what?
Scrambled eggs. Seeing her
Oh,
giving you eggs. Are you allergic to eggs? Do you eat
no.
eggs?
Yes.
Did you just have breakfast this morning? Why is she giving you eggs? Do you need to eat lunch?
No, but we've had some hard-boiled eggs for a couple days, and I was gonna make egg salad.
Oh, that's what I'm seeing. Not scrambled, mashed.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that's just a validation that she's with you even while you're making that. Those are the sandwiches you're making and stuff to take with you as well. Don't make
Yeah.
egg when you go to the Stampede. Don't do that. Unless you're carrying a cooler. You don't want warm egg
Oh my
sandwiches.
gosh, I know, eh?
Oh, they're so
Yeah.
funny. They're pulling their energy back, and I hope that was helpful.
Oh, it was helpful. Thank you, Tracy.
You're very welcome. Okay, Amanda, I think I just read for you last week, didn't I?
We did the tarot cards last week.
Okay. Do you want me to see what comes through?
Sure, that'd be
Your
awesome.
grandmother that's on the other side, isn't it?
Yeah, she's
I'm-
usually the front and
Yeah,
center.
I'm feeling Grandma Gush. Did you just cut your hair?
No, but I have an appointment booked.
Because she said something, she showed me the haircut. She said, tell her it looks beautiful so she can already see in the future. Huh? Oh, that's interesting that she said that. You can already see she can already see what it's going to look like in the future. And then she points out your thoughts. Have you been really worried about it?
A little bit. It's been a while since I've had it done. Like I get highlights and it's very much overdue. So I was like, oh, I don't know what it's gonna look like anymore.
She said it's going to look beautiful. She's already seeing in the future. And it's going to make you feel better because you're not going to be so hot on the neck. She's making me feel like you have really thick hair. I wish.
Yeah,
Um,
I have to like constantly braid it because it's too heavy.
that's
to
what
put in
she's
a
showing
ponytail.
me.
Yeah.
And as you can see, my hair is pencil thin. Like you can take it all. It's a little better now that I started college, but do you see this? This is all of it together.
Yeah, mine's like past my rib cage right now.
Oh, it's like my daughter's. You put all her hair together.
Yeah.
It's like this.
I have to use scrunchies.
See, that's what she's showing me. She's I feel a lot of smooth alignment. I feel like you're getting this down. It's interesting that you're here on the same day that my niece is, and we're talking about how the dead communicate, right? And
Yeah.
how they can make things happen to be able to get their presence known. And I feel like what your grandma's trying to say is that you're getting so much better at this. I can feel the ease and the flow of this, that you and her have a communication more now than you did for quite a while after she passed.
Yeah,
She's showing me that you ask for what you need, she brings it, and now you know it's her.
yeah. I'm definitely, I can feel it more and I can like recognize it a lot easier. I'm like, ah, no, it's her.
She just dressed you all up, hon. Are you going on a date or something? I'm seeing you all dressed up.
I'm not.
Is there some event you're getting dressed up for? Like I'm seeing it like a beautiful dress, like not a gown, but like an evening dress.
No, I have nothing planned. That's
A little black dress. Like literally, it looks like a little black dress, like a date.
I mean, a little black dress is definitely something I'd wear. I always
On
wear
a
black,
date, right?
but I don't have a date or anything like that.
Yes.
mean, maybe with my son, actually, we go on little dates.
Oh no, this is not with him.
Hmm.
There's somebody gonna come into your world soon, and I don't even know if this is a relationship that's gonna be here forever.
Right.
But I think this is what's coming up because what did she just say? I can see in the future, right? That's the first thing she did. Is she said, "This is what's coming up, and it looks beautiful." And the way that she said it, she didn't just say, "Oh, I know you're getting your hair cut." She said, "It looks beautiful,"
Right.
proving that she can see the future. And then she said, "So you need to put on this little black dress. You're going on a date." And I'm like, "What?" And you're like, "No, I'm not." Again, she reminds me that she can see the future. So if you don't have a little black dress that you would feel good going on a date in, maybe you need to go shopping for one.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is coming up. I feel like you must have been working on your list of who you want in a relationship, correct?
Yes.
Because I feel like you fine-tuned it enough that your grandma, the way she's showing me this, is that she has the perfect person picked out for you, but you have nothing to wear. So go shopping.
Okay.
And then she gave you an ice cream cone.
Yes, we go for ice cream and think of her.
Aww.
Yeah.
Your grandma likes tarot, hey? Have you been doing tarot recently?
I got a deck. I think you had mentioned the one that you used, so I got it.
That's so
Um,
funny.
and I've just tried it. I'm not really sure, obviously, how to do it. I think there's a lot to it, but I've been trying.
No, there's not a lot to it. You just got to memorize what the cards mean. Once you understand what the cards mean, then that answers any question you have, right?
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, reading kind of like what the cards mean more than
Yeah.
like doing readings for myself. Like I'm just trying to understand the cards.
So you know what I recommend for that, and anybody that's listening is trying to learn the tarot, what I recommend is that you study them like you would study at school. So pick one or two cards every day or however long, like over a period of time,
Right.
and look them up. You can put on YouTube, what does the Seven of Swords mean, for example?
Right.
And you can watch a 5-minute video on somebody getting up there explaining what the Five of Swords means or the Ten, whatever, right? They'll give you a description of what each card means. And write it down like you would if you were in school. Write it down. When you write, when you're hearing it spoken and seeing them do it, and then you write it down. That's why our teachers make us write notes and stuff, right? We retain it. And then watch a lot of those astrological tarot readings, like Aries readings this month, like your Aries horoscope through tarot and things like that, because you will hear a lot of other people describing the card as well. And eventually, when you watch enough of it, you just remember, right?
Right.
It's like flashcards. You didn't always know your times tables. You had to memorize them, right?
Yeah.
And if you say it's too hard, it's too big, there's too many numbers, I'll never remember them, then it feels like it's impossible. But if you say, well, you know what, there's a lot of numbers, yeah, but I can do this, I can learn it really quick, and then it gets easy.
Yeah.
She's given you the tarot for a reason. I think these are going to really help you bring some direction in your world. And here's the thing, even if you don't know what the cards mean, you guys, you can, and I should say Amanda, but obviously I heard myself say you guys, so that they're talking to more than just you right now. Even if you don't know what all the meanings of the cards are, do your spread, lay the cards out, and then YouTube them or Google the meanings or whatever, DuckDuckGo the meanings, and then you'll be able to have all the interpretations right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me just do one here. I just want to do, if you don't mind, because now I'm curious and nobody's time. I want her to show me a horseshoe spread on this date or this situation. Show me what she's talking about. I want to see. Oh, there it is. All right. Past. Woo, judgment. Ah, so in the past, in a relationship, you felt judged and a little bit whatever. We also have being called to do something else. So I think you're in school or something right now because that's the calling card. In the present, you're focused on money, career, things like that.
Yes.
What you desire. Ooh, that's interesting. You desire to defeat. The Five of Swords is the defeat card. So that tells me that you're desiring to defeat an old attitude, an old idea, old relationship, not old patterns. That's the word I'm looking for. That's why you're not in a relationship now, and it's in the category of what you desire. You desire to defeat that before you move on. Again, what do you expect? You expect to leave that situation behind. The Eight of Cups is leaving that situation behind. So this is telling me that you're thinking you're not quite ready yet. I told you, unexpected, unknown factors. You have the Three of Cups. This is, you see these ladies? They're all celebrating. This is celebration. This is people coming together and celebration. So there is some situation where you're going to be coming together with somebody. It's like either a party or a get together of some sort. And I think you're going to meet someone there. And that's why she's saying, make sure you go buy that little black dress now, because when you get invited in a few weeks or a month or whatever, however long this is, you're going to already have what you need to wear. Just know that it is a party or a celebration or something like that. And it is in the unexpected or unknown factors.
Okay.
I love it. I love the tarot. This is why I love the tarot.
That's so cool.
Why do we need this? Near future. Do you see this card? This is it right upright? Yeah. This is the Knight of Cups. And see, he's got that cup outstretched, right?
Yeah.
He's got an offer for you. And this is not just some little boy. This is not the page. This is not just some immature offer. This is a more mature fellow. This is the knight. This is the not, it's not the king. He's not an old man or anything, but he's a more mature, very in touch with his emotions kind of guy coming in here. This is love. And then, I love it. And the eventual or the distant future is the Three of Wands. And this card is the card that means your ship is coming in soon. It's not quite here yet, but this is your ship coming in.
Okay.
There's a relationship coming in your world sooner than you think. And you know why? It's because you don't give a crap.
Well, that's very true.
That's why it happens. And it's going to be good for your son too, just so you know, because you have the Empress on the bottom of the deck, which is motherhood. You're worried about him coming in. Oh, I love this. You're worried about him coming in because, or a man coming into your world because you would have to get along with your son.
Yeah, the whole parenting with someone else and having someone else be a part of my son's life is something I have put a lot of walls up against. And I think, well, we've had a few readings now where you've mentioned someone's coming and my grandma's insistent on it. So I've been trying to change my attitude towards it and know that I have my checklist and those are things that the only things I want and accept. So it makes it a little bit more comforting to be like, okay, well, that person's gonna check all these boxes and they're gonna be good and they're not gonna be horrible at like past things.
Exactly. Or I'm not going to hire them to be in my world, right?
Oh, not a chance. No way.
Like, you know, you could be scared about hiring a receptionist that you would get somebody that doesn't know what the frick they're doing, unless and until you say, well, wait, I can vet them. I can make sure they have the qualifications that I need before I hire them. That feels a lot safer than just hiring the first person that comes to your door, right?
Absolutely.
That's exactly what you're describing. And I love that your grandmother is showing that. That's a first for me. I love the way she did that, I have to say. She went to the future to tell you how great your hair looks, to show you that she can see in the future, and then tells you to go get that little black dress so you look the way that you want to look when you meet this person.
Yeah.
So when your friend invites you to that party or whatever that is, make time for it.
Okay.
Because I feel like you might have the tendency.
Yeah, I would usually say no.
I know. That's why she's telling you ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
And this is just it. We make our choices and decisions based on our beliefs and based on our energy. And if you have the belief that you're not going to meet anybody that's right for you, and you don't usually go to these kinds of events and stuff like that, that choice and that decision based on old thinking would leave you not in the vicinity of the person you're supposed to be with. When you change your choices and decisions in the here and now, you change the direction that you move in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense. And that's definitely something I've been trying to, I felt myself kind of blocking myself into a corner of like, okay, well, I'm safe here and I don't want anything to change and I'm good. And then I was like, no, like, gotta open up. but also know that I still have control in that sense of like, I'm not, like you said, like, I'm not gonna, accept anyone or date anyone who's not checking all these boxes and exactly I know what I want.
Yeah.
Which,
And she's like whistling at you, and she's like, and you're gorgeous. You're absolutely gorgeous head to toe. Like, she's showing me putting on a little black dress, and you can wear one of those tight little model black dresses because you're freaking gorgeous. She's like,
Aw.
you're gonna blow his socks off. You just wait. And she wants you to know that when that moment happens, that she helped align you with that, because she's pushing you to change your choices and decisions so you will be in alignment with meeting your soulmate when he appears.
right.
But you're going to meet him through friends. I'll tell you that. You're going to meet him through friends. So go to that party.
Okay.
All right, hon. I'm going to let them pull their energy back. I hope that was helpful.
That was.
All right. You guys have an amazing rest of your week. I will see you on Saturday. It'll be the last members reading that I do before my trip to Ontario. And have a great week.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, guys.